Nah, son. Let's walk down and fuck them all.
Killing shit quicker than fentanyl. Picture me quitting, no never. Sick lick, I'll be sipping this second to ethanol. Like I'm with Cyanide, the effort dog. Bigger than ever, brought up a echelon. Take it slow on the track. Fuck that shit, give me crack. Bitch, for me, they said that they pull me, but they are not Arabic. So be prepared to get shit on with a basic flow and to make them know what that anyone can get it like a naked hoe. I take it so no diddy, gotta make them vote. Pull me through the fentanyl, down the hell descending. There is no pretending. I am the one. Pull me through the fentanyl, down the hell descending. There is no pretending. I am the one. I chill it with the mocking. Do I even have to hate? You do a lot of talking, but you're saying less than copy lame. Little motherfucker wanna diss my pen game. Ha! Little did they know that I've been playing now. I'm about to go 9/11, control demolition like whoop. Looking at the world, I wanna be my foe. And I'm looking at your bones like FIFA flow. Better to bet against anyone who has ever lived. I'm headed to center, I said it, amended, I'm hella demented, the menace, pretending I'm in the beef chief. Enemy setting a sediment to sleep, not a peep. I don't wanna meet the devil, but I gotta meet the metal. Team metal on a Lego and go pop. Pull up on the kid, they run it, but I get it by the market of the video. No stop on the beat, I get up when I hear it, I can fit it. The most of I get up with the video, I go talking, the bed, I get it, it's a pocket that you started, nobody can put it in. Cause I put them in the grave. It is devastating, but we come in, but it was about a six of minutes, put it in a grenade. Everybody get a trigger with the ticket, probably couldn't everybody got the money, get the money for the same. Every time I get it, taking the party, say the city, don't be thinking that the picker, cause I'm here to bring the pain. Like I showed them all the day when they were sitting in the ghetto, telling people about the money, get the offer with the fame. Chopping that brain. Taking them out. Passive from crucified, we keep it formal like the suit and tie. I am Superman's pants. Other words, I keep it super fly. You ain't get a verse unless you feeling merciless. I'm murderer, I'm tighter than a tourniquet. I'm turning it to dust like I'm Thanos' glove. And the man don't bug, y'all can't hold us like I'm Max. So what? Pull me through the fentanyl, down the hell descending. There is no pretending. I am the one. Pull me through the fentanyl, down the hell descending. There is no pretending. I am the one.
Now Breeze on third down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This fielded at the 2. Powers through again. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the NFC has taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and inches, Mahomes. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Breeze caught by the tight end Ertz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big...
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the NFC adds on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mahomes to throw once more. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the counter, it's Conner. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown! James Conner. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Now Mahomes. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Breeze. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. To throw, it's Mahomes. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins, 53 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of, the 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Jones hit and the ball's out. And that's picked up by the AFC. And in for the score! Are you kidding me? They return it and they take the lead. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and short. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Breeze to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. One final try here for Breeze. And he's into the end zone with no time left on the clock. And they're an extra point away from winning this game. No time on the clock. This to claim victory. And he has got it. And to borrow a baseball expression, they're going to walk off a winner. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays.